This is you. It was the first time. First time. Look, man. Alright. Serious. Alright. First episode, UncleBoTV. Boom. Alright, no, seriously. I call him Uncle Bo because this is my grandpop. But everybody called him Bo. You can see that. He was a G, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Everything was just authentic about him. You know what I'm saying? Never was around the bush. Like, he was straight up about a lot of things, but he loved everybody. And this thing is gonna be something great. I'm gonna invite my friends and family. We're gonna talk, chop it up. Of course, there's gonna be some tears, some laughs. But yeah, first person I'm gonna invite is one of my best friends. I wouldn't say like best friend, but like he one of my homies. Where it's just like I looked up to him from afar. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, it's just dope seeing the man that he's become. You know, known this man since middle school, and it's just pretty dope. Let me see if I can get him on. Give me a second. Let's go. Come on.
Are you joining the live?
Yo,
What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm pretty good. How are you, big dog?
I'm chilling. I'm living. That's all you can ask for nowadays.
Oh yeah, I know that's right. Man,
Yeah.
dog, it's good seeing you, man.
Same, bro. How you been? How you been holding up?
I've been doing all right. Just with this podcast, we're just doing a new segment.
That's what's up. I be seeing them. I be clicking on the link, but I work so much now. I don't really.
I know, bro. You're a busy man, dog. Like
I
that's the
try,
number
bro.
one thing that that I love seeing, dog. The fact that you're always busy. You know what I'm saying? And then just seeing you being a dope father. That's another thing that that's pretty dope about seeing.
Thank you, thank you. I try, man. I'm trying to give my kids something I didn't have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm driving right now, so I'm not trying to be rude.
I know. I ain't gonna
But yeah,
distract you too
man.
much.
Man. I definitely, man. My dad wasn't that involved in my life a lot, so. You know what I'm saying? My wife does her part, and I try to pick up everywhere she, you know what I'm saying, lack, and vice versa, everywhere I lack. So
Mm-hmm.
we try to give them the best parenting experience they can get.
I love that. I love that. And what is
Bro.
that like? Like being a husband? What is
Uh, ooh, that bro, that alone is probably the hardest part about parenthood.
Yeah.
And it's not even like, you know what I'm saying. It's not even hard because, you know what I'm saying, the female makes it hard. It's just hard because shit, man. You got to worry about, like I said, when she lacks, you got to pick up, and
Mm-hmm.
vice versa, bro. So it's like you got to make sure everybody is taken care of, not just the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my wife, you know, me being in the military, my wife doesn't work. She's a full-time mom.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the devil,
Little man.
she's a full-time mom. So you know what I'm saying? Her job is already hard. So I got to make sure I can come home and make sure her and the kids feel good, instead of just coming home and making sure the kids all right. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit takes a toll on you. It's
Yeah.
mental health, especially dealing with two of them. He may look
Yeah.
innocent, but he not.
Don't talk to my baby like that.
It's all good, mom. But that's the thing. It's like how is the mindset switching from the military then being home?
Um, honestly, I just feel like I've always wanted to be a dad, so it's never really getting into the mindset. It was more so doing it now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like how some dudes look at football. I've always wanted to be a superstar or an NFL player. So when they got the chance to do it, it was more so like now I just gotta perform. It's not, you know what I'm saying, learning how to do it. Of course, I've never done it before. That part is a learning experience because every child is different, and every experience with every child is going to be different. But it was just a performance time. I already had the mindset of being a dad. I think adjusting as far as having kids. I think the hardest part to me is having the energy to chase them and the patience. Patience is key, man.
Yeah. And
That
that's the
that
thing.
that is actually a big thing.
I love the fact that you said adjusting, but like adjusting energy. Like you think that plays a key role as far as like sometimes you may not feel like it, but you have to force yourself to feel like
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like with me, man, I honestly I don't want to be in the military no more. Like I don't have the energy for it. But my kids gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? My kids gotta eat and they want. You know what I'm saying? And yes, it is a want that some things they want, not a need. Like my oldest, every time we walk in Walmart, he get a toy. Every time. Well, no ifs, ands, or buts. But that I like to have that luxury to where I can do that for him. You know what I'm saying?
it.
Like
Yes.
some people like, oh, he don't need a toy every time he walk in there, but he wants it. And when I was a child and I wanted shit that I couldn't get, that hurt my heart.
Yeah.
So when I walk out of Walmart and my son crying, it's like, damn, you know. So to change that, every time we go in Walmart, he gets a toy no matter what.
Yes.
So I mean, that's my thing. Like some people just be like, I don't feel like doing it. So and I was talking to my wife about it. Once I became a parent, my life, me personally, I'm not saying my life is gone. I mean, I'm worth any less, but in my eyes, I don't matter anymore. It's all
Hmm.
about them. So as long as they got, I'm happy. I get my little toys or whatever because I'm starting to collect guns. And every now and then, you know what I'm saying, I get my gun. I get me a gun or I get a gun part or an attachment for a gun every now and then. But you know what I'm saying? That comes every couple months. My son, my kids got to get every day. If that makes sense.
Yes.
So
Okay. So is any of the kids in school yet?
no, my first son is 2 years old, and my other son is 4 months.
Oh, babies. Okay.
Yeah, I got little ones.
Okay. Okay. So how has quarantine and everything affected the family?
um, so my wife, I moved to Germany first, and then a year later she moved there, and we were able to go out and do pretty much anything we really wanted. And then we were supposed to move back to Texas last year in March, but when COVID hit and they shut down everything, uh, it delayed us. We was in Germany locked down. We couldn't do anything for 6 months. So it was like, you know what I'm saying? It kind of halted us. And
Hmm.
my son was born the year before, so we really couldn't do anything for his birthday and all that stuff. So it was like a simple like little backyard barbecue. I'm not saying that's nothing to be appreciative of,
Hmm.
but we wanted to take him, you know what I'm saying, to do something out and about, but all that shit was gone, you know. So
Yeah.
I mean, in a sense, it really didn't affect us. It was more so on the side of it kind of halted some things we wanted to do, but we still found a way around it. So it didn't completely hinder us, but it did put a wrench in the plan. That makes sense.
Right. Okay. So like what is something that you took from it to like, help you grind a little bit better?
Um, being real,
Hmm.
COVID helped me realize the little things matter. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was at home all the time with my son, so it's like, because at the time I only had one when COVID first hit. So, um, when I was at home with him all the time, and it's just, you know what I'm saying, we just chilling, kicking it, we playing with toys. Like it
Hmm.
taught me that sometimes a bond is more than what people look at it as, if that makes sense. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So some people may just look at it like, oh man, that's just my friend. We kick it, we laugh and stuff. But you know what I'm saying? But to another person, that might be the world. You know what I'm saying? So like, to you, it just may be like, it's just another good time. But to them, that may be the thing that kept them from jumping off the edge today or go deeper into depression and stuff like that. I'm not saying that's the case for my son, but now it's to the point where um, he'll see me with my uniform on, like for a while. He will see me with my
I'm
uniform
sorry
on.
to interrupt, but the Etch a Sketch is in the door. That's why that's not closing. Can you get everything else out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, it was at a point where he saw me put on my uniform and he would cry because he knew that I was fucking leaving for the entire day. But it made our bond way better. Me and my wife too. It made our relationship better because we was able to spend time with each other and during COVID we sat down and talked about a lot of deep shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like typical shit where they were like, oh, you had a, you know what I'm saying? What was your life like before me? It was like, what do you want to be in the next 30 years? What do you want in your dream house? Of course, we talked about female type shit, like what type of tub you want. Like, I really give a fuck, but you know what I'm saying? It was what she wanted to talk about at the time. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no childish shit. It gave us the chance to somewhat grow with each other and see how we want to grow with each other. If that made it, like, if I'm making any sense.
Right. Because I mean, a lot of guys around our age, they don't take commitment serious. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they just assume that, okay, well, she with me now, she gonna be with me with, you know,
Do
whatever I do.
whatever, you know what I'm
You
saying?
know,
But
that's a dumbass mentality.
yeah, it
You know
don't
what I
work
mean?
like that, bro.
Exactly. And I love the fact that, you know, guys like, you know, around our age and our generation are pretty much, you know, fed up with the whole thought process of, you know, you have a child and you dip out. There ain't none of that shit going down no more. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
nah.
saying? Because it's like if you
But
do it again, you looked at as lame now.
I I've always had that mindset though. Like my whole entire life. I told my mom before I was even in high school, the girl I have a baby with is the girl I'm gonna be married to. Because I don't want to sound like no lame or nothing, but growing up, I never had sex without a condom. Like high school, middle school, none of that. Like I was, not only was I scared of kids, but having kids at an early age, but I was scared of STDs. And a lot of motherfuckers not scared of STDs nowadays, and it's scary because they swear up and down you can just get rid of shit. It's shit out there you can't get rid of, bro.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what people feel like, oh, I pull out. But that pull out ain't gonna save you from gonorrhea, chlamydia, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You're right.
yeah, you can go get a shot for those, but herpes. Let's
Yes.
bring NBA YoungBoy's situation to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get rid of that.
You can't.
That's there for life. Like,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Shit. AIDS, HIV, you can't get rid of this stuff. And some people too embarrassed to tell you, even though it's a crime to tell somebody, have sex with somebody unprotected and not tell them you have AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
But people still do it.
Yeah.
So that's
And
why
you know
I'm
what's
like,
crazy?
bro,
Nigga, I didn't even know it was a crime.
yeah.
Look. And that's my thing, is like the fact of, I feel like it should be more than just, you know, people with AIDS and stuff like that. Like, for instance, like, me personally, I don't have anything against the, you know, the LGBTQ. But my thing is, if you are transgender, right? I feel like you have that responsibility to tell the individual that you're messing with who
Yes.
you are. You feel me?
Yes. And that's
Right.
what people fail to realize. All they see is a transgender getting beat up. And they like, oh, he's transphobic, he's homophobic. Like, no, you didn't even give me the chance to accept you. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how I rock. You don't know my mindset. All you seen was this dude feeling me, I'm feeling him, and I'm trying to get some dick. But you don't know that man's thought process. Because what if he would have shot and killed you after he found out you was a man?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now he's getting bashed. But in a sense, that don't make me homophobic because now I feel like you played me.
Mm-hmm.
If dudes do it with females, a female will do some shit, a dude will find out about it and they beat the female because it's like, you know what I'm saying? You got me feeling some type of way, and then it wasn't what it was, and that's excuse me, that's what people fail to realize. Like,
Yep.
a lot of men aren't transphobic, but give the man a chance to know. Because you know what I'm saying? The
Absolutely.
only thing a
I
person
agree
can do
with
to you in that situation is say no.
that. Okay.
But people
Now
are so afraid of rejection, they don't want to tell the truth up front.
let's go to this one. How do you feel about these ridiculous Texas abortion laws? Because I know you got 2 kids yourself.
Me personally, I don't believe in abortion. But at the same time, some people aren't ready. Like, I feel like you shouldn't be fined a shit ton of money because you don't want to have a baby. But at the same time, if you're gonna get an abortion, don't wait until the baby has a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like now at this point, I feel like it is murder because me and my wife with my second son, um, they it wasn't even a heartbeat. It was just a gestational sac. It wasn't nothing there. So they like, you may be going through a miscarriage, a false pregnancy or something like that. And it hurt me just because you know what I'm saying. I'm thinking like, damn, you know what I'm saying. We was trying for a minute. She finally got pregnant, and it ain't even no pregnancy. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit hurt. So I feel where they coming from with it because these people who have the gift to give life turn around and take it. You know what I'm saying? It's people out there that would kill to have the ability to reproduce, but they can't. And you out here willy nilly playing with fire, and then when you get burnt, you want to go. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And but at the same time, I don't know. I don't agree with abortion, but I'm not 100% against it because it's not my body, it's not my child. I'm not gonna try to get anybody pregnant that don't want kids. I got to worry about them getting an abortion. But I don't know, man. I can't give you a solid answer if I'm with it or not against it. I don't think they should be getting fined for it, but it should be some not no fine that damn big at least. You know,
Yeah, that's what I was getting
not
to.
no
I was
fine
like, that
that
fine is
big,
crazy.
but Jesus, man, like I don't know. I don't think it's no bond that fine that big should be given. Maybe a couple $100, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But not no 10K, bro. Like
That's ridiculous, bro.
I barely got enough to take care of a baby for 18 years, let alone 10K right now. Nah, come on now.
What?
Texas, I don't know, bro. I feel like Texas is one of those states, bro. They see what the government's saying about shit, and they be like, "Nah, we don't agree with that, so we finna make a outrageous ass law and tell them fuck them." I guess I don't know, bro.
They just wild as hell out there, man.
Yeah, yeah. Texas is a different kind of breed, bro.
But yeah, like since we discussed, you being a father and everything like that, and just a snippet about, being a husband, I kind of wanted, to elaborate on the husband part because, it's things
Ooh,
that I'm learning before I get to that next level myself.
okay. So,
Um,
oh,
but
I've been doing
it's more of how do you really prepare yourself to say this is forever?
move in together.
From
That's
like
the
a mental
move.
spot though.
That's what I'm saying. Move in, bro. Because being real, the only difference between being a husband and being a boyfriend in a lot of situations is living together because you don't know anybody until you with them day and night. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my wife, we was perfectly fine. We was girlfriend and boyfriend, and I only see her on the weekend. Perfectly fine. We moved in together, and I started doing shit she didn't like. She started doing shit like, "You do this?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do it all the time." Vice versa, and it's like I really feel like that's the biggest mental battle because that's being real. The mental battle of marriage is arguments, but all the arguments come from the little shit that you do when they not around. You know what I'm saying? Like now you got to start. You know what I'm saying? You may do something that she don't like, and she already told you about it, and now you be like, shit, she not around. I'm gonna do it at home. So you know what I'm saying? Now she's there, so now it's like, damn, I
Yeah.
gotta adjust to that shit because now we're gonna be in arguments about shit. Like, one with me and my wife. Back then I used to sweep. Like I would sweep the house and I would sweep up a pile. But if I ain't got the dustpan right there next to me, I would be like, I'm gonna sweep it up later, and then I'll never
Yeah.
sweep it up. And that just drove her. So like we will argue like marriage, bro. Marriage, living with somebody. I don't even want to say marriage. Living with somebody for a long time, not even a long time. Just like after a couple months to a year, you like any little thing that you don't like and they continuously do, it irritate the fuck out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Like like I say, the dust thing. I mean, the pile of trash thing that irritates my wife. Or when my wife, she'll wait till I get in the bed. Like I'll be walking in the room, and then as soon as I get in the bed and I get comfortable, she'll be like, "You comfortable?" I'm like, "Yeah." You feel like going downstairs, bro? Why you? Before I got in the bed, you could have asked me this. You see me walking in, you could have asked me this, and then she be like, "But I didn't want it until you laid down." And I was like, you know, like that type shit. Like being real, marriage isn't hard, bro. It's just you got to learn how to be able to put somebody first. It's kind of like with kids,
Mm-hmm.
because when you get married, your wife is your other half. So now you got to be able to put her first sometimes, put her
Right.
feelings first sometimes, and vice versa with the females. You got to be able to understand your man, even though it may be some dumb shit. You got
Mm-hmm.
to be able to understand, because you know us men are dumb. Like
Yep.
it's even the very smart men are dumb.
Right.
Like it's just genetic, I guess. I don't fucking know, but you know what I'm saying. Like with my wife, I like I said, I like guns,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be in a gun store like. I tell her like I'm going in the store real quick to grab this something stupid as hell, and then I come out and I'll be like, yeah, I just got a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I just got a fucking gun. Like with my AR, I got an AR-15. I walked in the
Yeah.
store. I was supposed to go in there and pay off something I had got for her, and I took forever. So she called me, and it was in the middle of the man telling me about the gun. And she was like, "You bought a fucking gun, didn't you?" I was like,
Damn.
"No, what are you talking about? Ain't nobody bought no gun." You know. And I walked outside with a fucking gun, and now she's like, "So you really fucking bought a gun?" She like, but it was one of the things where I don't treat myself that much. So she was like, "I don't really care, but tell me before you do it, because we're a
Yeah.
team now." You know what I'm saying? Big purchase, $5-10 purchase, you don't got to tell me about, but when it's hundreds of dollars
Mm-hmm.
to 1,000, tell me about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to learn how to put other people in the decision and thought, or
Mm-hmm.
decisions and opinions into your thought process.
Right.
But after you've been doing it so long, it becomes second nature. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even got to ask them really. You'll be like, you'll be trying to buy something, and then as soon as you about to pay for it, they'll be like, "Do you really need that?" And you be like, "Damn, I already know she gonna bitch and complain, so I'm gonna just fucking, I'll wait, I'll come back and get it, or I
Yeah.
ask her before, let me call her real quick to just make sure." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it. What's some examples?
Cause it's like if you
Uh,
think about it, like when we were younger, you'll look up to like your older partner. You be like, bro, your lady tripping. Why she don't let you do da 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 da? But it's
yeah.
about the respect and understanding that
Mm-hmm.
whatever my woman say, it goes first. You know what I'm saying? Happy wife, happy
Right.
life. But that goes
Right. And
into
like
if she ain't tripping, my mental straight.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? And people be like, "Oh, that's not true." Yeah, it is true. When I was in Germany, my wife, we had just had my son. My son's a dual citizen.
Mm-hmm.
He has a German birth certificate and an American, but
Okay.
he was born over there. And my homeboys, before my wife got there, I'd be in the club all the time, partying, partying, partying.
Right.
And then once my wife got there, she, you know what I'm saying, we still partied and shit, but it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
like as much because I would be going out with my wife rather than my homeboys. And uh then she had got pregnant, and she could still go out, but she couldn't drink, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't the scene for her, and I wouldn't want her out there and all that smoke and all that shit. So I stopped going out as much because it wasn't that she didn't care, but at the same time, why would I have you sitting at home while I'm out getting drunk, you pregnant as hell? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And then even after she had the baby, it's still like, now I'm gonna go out the night before, you're gonna be by yourself after you had already been with the baby all day because I've been at work. So I'm gonna come home, go out. That means you got the baby for that whole day, and then the next day, because I'm gonna be fucked up, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
incapacitated because I'm still recovering. So now your weekend off done turned into half a weekend off. You know what I'm saying? Like now you got to take care of me and the kid,
Yeah.
and still make sure you get your personal time in and shit. So it's like I didn't like going out as much, and they always like, "Oh, Paris won't let you go out." I was like, no, she was like, "No, he just don't go out." And I'm like, oh, honestly, after I've gotten a family and I got a kid now, it don't seem as enjoyable to me because I'm gonna hurt the next day. My
Yeah.
pocket's gonna hurt the next day,
Yes.
and I'm not even gonna remember half the shit because I'm gonna be pissy drunk. That there's no point in me going out anymore. Now, if I do get drunk, I get drunk in my front room in my damn drawers, so I can go upstairs and have sex.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's pros and cons, man. My homeboy back in Texas, he was just asking me, he was like, man, what's the hardest part about being married? I was like, how long you and your girl been living together? He was like, about a year. I'm like, you got the hardest part out the way now.
Yeah.
After you get married. But then again, it is some females after marriage, they turn on a whole nother switch of crazy. So
Hey man, I got a homie, right? And he, you know, funny individual, he cool. And the thing that had me dying, because he was like, you know, when they was, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, you know, just off and on sex all the time, sex. And he was like, soon as he married her, that shit switched off. I was like, bro, maybe if you think about it, oh, bro, you know, I had like, you know, 2 kids, whatever. But I told him, I said, you gotta understand, bro, like you just had a kid, you gotta give her, you know, a little vagina break.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact of,
but it's also one of the things
everything into account.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like in the girlfriend boyfriend stage, both parties have a lot to prove to keep. You know what I'm saying? Because you can walk away easily from a fucking a boyfriend girlfriend situation. It's as easy as I don't want you no more. We done. You don't ever gotta do anything with husband and wife. Ain't no waking up tomorrow and be like, I don't want to be with you no more. Shit, you gotta go pay them court fees. You gotta pay for, you know what I'm saying? Make sure she don't take all your shit. Make sure he don't take all your shit. And make sure it's not a nasty divorce. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like once you're married, people feel like, I feel like a lot of people say marriage is hard because once people get married, they feel like they shouldn't have to prove themselves no more. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I got you, we married, you should be happy with the situation you in. But in a sense, nigga, just because you married don't mean she can't fall out of love with you. Don't mean you can't fall out of love with her. It's still a relationship at the end of the day. It don't matter.
Because it's kind of like, that's why I don't understand why people look up to celebrities for, like, you know, relationship goals and all of that shit. Because you have to think about it. Whether they're married or not, it's still for like publicity off the relationship alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's what I tell my wife. So when me and my wife first got together, not first got together, when we first got married, like, and throughout most of our relationship, she was always a media person in my relationship. To this day, she is. And she's always like, oh, such and such did this for their significant other, YouTube couple, Instagram model, all these famous people. And then I'd be like, babe, just because it looked like they're the happiest people on earth, that don't mean shit. People not gonna put their downfalls on Instagram, YouTube until it's unhideable. You know what I'm saying? So then she'll turn around and be like, oh, such and such is in this drama and they going through it because this nigga done cheated on her. Or I'm like, these was the people you just wanted to be like last week. What's so different now? And I was like, this is why I tell you, people only put what they want people to see on social media. So they may look happy in that picture, but who's to say that they only smiled for that 1 second? So I'm a very realistic person, and I feel like my wife hates that because when she looks for the lovey-dovey answers and stuff, I'll be like, you know, whatever the answer is, I tell her the truth. And it's like, I don't want to sugarcoat it with you because I would hate to sugarcoat it with you and then turn around and somebody tell you some shit. Now you at home mad at me because, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah, man. And that's the thing, dude. I really love how, you know, authentic you are, how much you've been, you know, you've been breaking a lot of statistics, dude. And I'm very proud of you, man. I just really want to say.
Thank you, man. And I don't know, man. I feel like sometimes that's why I do it, but even then, I don't really care about the statistics. As long as my boys grow up to be great, you know what I'm saying, great young men, and live the life of truthfulness and hopefully they don't go down the road of treating a female like shit and stuff like that. Because I have 4 sisters on my mom's side, so I got my mom and my 4 sisters. I got a shit ton of female cousins, and you know what I'm saying. It's more females in my family than it's males. So when I see them treated like that, and I know I'd be ready to go beat up the nigga that you know what I'm saying, wronged them, I wouldn't want. You know what I'm saying. I've been telling my wife like that shit, like, what would you do if the boys did this? And I'm like, you know what I'm saying. Everything you do has repercussions and consequences. Consequences and repercussions. So, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit, man, that shit not cool. And I don't see why dudes ever made it cool to do that shit.
Right.
Because soon as niggas wanna do everything they want to a female and then turn around they little sister get dogged
Hurt.
and now
Yep.
they like, oh no, nigga, you got my sister fucked up. Ain't no nigga go do my sister like that. But you done did somebody's sister, daughter, cousin, niece, you know what I'm saying? Auntie like that, and it's supposed to be okay because it's you. Nah, bro.
Generational karma.
Yeah, bro, that it it just hurt. I feel like it would hurt. I tell my wife all the time, like, even if me and you, God forbid, was to get a divorce today or tomorrow, I still can see us being good friends. And if you ever need me to beat your motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, boyfriend or
Yeah.
whatever, I'm gonna do that because I stand on what I say because I want a daughter, and I'd be
Yeah.
damned if a motherfucker treat my daughter like shit.
And I tell you what, man, y'all look so crazy, man. Y'all, and that's the thing. Like, I love y'all pictures, bro. Y'all be having so many goofy pictures together, dog. I love it,
Bro,
man.
I feel like and anybody that's ever met me and my wife together, like young couples, they always asking like, bro, how are y'all so you know what I'm saying, so
Mhm.
happy all the time? It's like, we're not happy all the time. We fight a lot,
Yeah.
but we don't yell because I hate yelling. I hate arguing. I hate all that shit. So when we do discuss, really, we don't call them
hmm
arguments. We genuinely call them we call them discussions.
Just
Yeah,
discuss.
debates. We don't yell because
Yeah.
like when she do get mad enough to yell, bro, I leave the room. Like, come
hmm
holler at me when you ready to talk. I don't. There's no point in yelling because
Yeah.
you're not gonna get your point across. We just gonna be yelling at each other and nobody gonna feel
Exactly.
like the other is right. So what's the point of yelling? Let's sit down, talk about it, see each other views, and if we can't agree, let's agree to disagree. And but my wife was one of those people that she believed in all that fairy tale and forever happily ever after shit. That shit. She was one of those people. But like I said, I was scared of having kids and shit, but I still was forced to grow up fast. So
Yeah.
I was always like, no, this is not how it happens. This is not what's going to happen. This is the real world, and shit gets real out here. So me and my wife been together since 2016.
Okay.
2016. We've been married since 2018. So like we've had a long time to get to know each other and adjust and stuff like that. But I mean, I just feel like people need to be able to sit down and talk. All that yelling, arguing, and then females that put their hands on men, and then be mad when the dude turn around and smack their ass, and it's like you want to throw hands like a dude. I don't hit females. Like I say, I got too many sisters,
Yeah.
cousins, aunties, and stuff. So I don't hit females, but for the men that do shit, bro, you put your hands on them.
And I think it's a lot of men that's locked up still for situations just like that. And I
Yeah,
feel it should be a lot more women who speak up and say, "I hit him first."
yeah, because as soon as and I feel like in a lot of marriages where domestic violence is the case and the female do hit the man back, like I'm saying, not like one of those domestic violence where this dude just be beating the fuck out his girl and she don't do anything wrong or vice versa. I mean, when they be beating the fuck out of each other and it comes down to who called the police first, I feel.
Shit, and that's all you can really do is just pray for these couples who's going through domestic
Yeah.
issues.
Me and my wife want to start a podcast, man, and start talking about shit because a
Hey,
lot of
come on
people
through.
always tell a lot of people always tell us that we're the ideal couple, but it's like we're not ideal. We just deal with shit differently because we
Yeah.
see eye to eye on a lot of shit and we're real about
How
situations.
much percent you got left? You
Hey,
know
I do have plans in the future though. We will get together and we'll discuss them. All right.
Yeah, I'm down with that, man.
Cause
We
I love y'all as a couple already.
yeah, bro.
Aw,
A lot of people tell us that, bro.
you been out here speaking me up.
Girl, a lot of people tell us that, man. Like it's this lady that she don't know us from thick and thin, but she's an author, and
Mm-hmm.
my wife used to read her books and stuff, her little whatever they were, and she followed my wife on Instagram, and like so many people just be saying how they love us and black love. You know what I'm saying? Just people like
Yeah.
seeing black love, black families succeed. So it's like I feel like we can have a lot to talk about with society and being black and you know what I'm saying, doing
America
things
in
the right way.
2021.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because even if you do marry the female that you had kids with, a lot of people look down on having babies out of wedlock. You know what I'm saying? Me and my
Yeah.
wife was married before we had our first child.
Yeah. Shit,
So
I still get chewed out by my auntie. Stop shacking up. Listen, man. Shacking is essential.
man,
Tell me.
shacking is the way to go. I tell my
You don't want
and
to be with
I
nobody
don't
you
want to
don't
women I
know.
don't want to make this sound like, you know what I'm saying, women are but all my friends, like, they be like, oh man, I ain't getting none last night after the club because females was flagging, whoop whoop whoop. Hit after the club, I hit my baby like, hey, trying to throw that, I'm trying to sling, you know what I'm saying? Not saying it's guaranteed all the time, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying, you know the type of vibe your significant other put out after a while. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Ooh, let me
or
grab this
vice
charger. This is
versa.
a good conversation. Hold on.
Hmm. I'm not, baby. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh boy. We back.
Yeah. But I was saying, like even with the male perspective, so, you know what I'm saying? My man know, like, my girl get right when she drunk. She go out and she go out with her friends and she hit you with that text. Now it's like shit, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you don't have to fight for it as much, and you know it's clean. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the case. You know what I'm saying? You're not taking no risks. I don't know. That's a big fact for me. I hate
Yeah.
taking risks. I don't even want to risk trying to figure out what the fuck you got or why my shit burning or why my shit, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
tingling and shit. Nah, me and my wife
Dude.
stopped using condoms, what, 3, 4 years ago, and I ain't never had, the only thing I've ever had to worry about was pulling out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never had to go get no checkup because my shit was acting funny. I ain't never had no doctor be like, you know what I'm saying, have to ask me a question on the side while my wife in the office. None of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and with the military, you got to take a blood test every year for HIV
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. Shit, take a little bit of blood you need to take. I know it's gonna come back clean because, you know what I'm saying. I just
Bruh,
feel like
that love
for
is pure, boy.
you know what I'm saying. Like, it's for sanitation reasons, bro. I feel like niggas sexually transmitted diseases are becoming so normal that people not scared of them no more.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Even after the, and don't get me wrong, females do things for money, but even after the little NBA YoungBoy herpes thing, this man still,
Mm-hmm.
people still talking about how they'll fucking fuck him. And I'm pretty
Ain't
sure
that
he
crazy?
he wasn't using no rubber before. He not gonna use one now. So, and the
Man.
people don't care. It's like female. It's like not females. People, period, are very scared. Not scared of catching STDs nowadays, and that scares me.
Yeah. Because I think that's what it is. I think just people are loving sex without, repercussion, without thinking,
Mm-hmm.
what can
Because
happen.
all they hear is, man, it feels better without a condom. That's all they care about.
Yep.
Shit, not me, bro. Not me. My 25 years of living, I've went raw with my wife. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's how it goes, bro. But yeah, man,
And
I'm gonna tell you what, because I really love the fact that you said you wanted to start a podcast, bro. Just
mhm.
know I'm a subscriber already, cause
Yeah,
man,
definitely,
I've
bro.
Dude, I've been watching y'all for like a minute, and like knowing you since you know middle school, it's
Mm-hmm.
pretty dope to just see the man that you've become. You know what I
Definitely.
mean? But I tell you what, I'm about to get into something in a little bit. I'm gonna definitely talk to you about this podcast thing because I want to definitely help out.
Definitely, bro. Cause I be on Twitch and stuff too. Like I stream on Facebook and Twitch. You could tune in there. I answer questions and shit like that too. Even though I be gaming, but I
Hmm.
tend to try to talk about whatever the chat want to talk about. So I mean, we can start it with that, man. If you want, we
Hell yeah, we
like I
can
said,
do that.
yeah, I got a whole setup, bro. Like we can make some shape. I'm gonna shoot you my number after we get off of here though, so you can
Yes,
hit me
sir.
up first on the line.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Have a good night, man.
You too, man. All right. So that was my brother, Quan Brown, man. Love him to death. But that is a close to episode 1, UncleBoTV. I appreciate you guys for watching. Episode 2 coming up soon. Love.